Rocket we ball. Rocket we ball. Gotta wait for people to come in. I don't wanna go down there awkward fast, like usual. Um, waiting and waiting and waiting. Ugh, it's gonna be a slow night. I have a feeling it's gonna be a slow night. That's fine. Is it a Monday or is it a Tuesday? It's a Monday. That makes sense. I don't want to sit here for 5 minutes staring off into an empty screen, but I also don't want to give any sort of introduction until there's at least one person. Right? Damn, it's really been 4 minutes. That is impressive. Finally, someone fucking joined the stream. Hopefully that's not you, Casey. If that's just you, I'm gonna cry. Oh, we got two people in chat. Hello. All right, we're seeing results. I've been sitting here for like 6 or 7 minutes. And just kind of see the co-op working. We're not co-op has been working for a good while. Specific to certain platforms. Specifically, what's going down is some refactoring to the way that spawn points work. So if I boot up the project here, load up Noct, we do support multiple spawn points. You know, if I continuously respawn, I will be in different places. That's cool. The way this works is a little, it's a little primitive. It's just kind of a random spot, and there isn't anything cool to it. And the names are also hard tied to the Black Ops 1 cast. So it's like Doctor, Dempsey, some other internal names that I would love to strip away from. I want generic class names, and I want there to be some specific features. You play us on Asus ROG Alley. Is that the Windows box? I'm pretty sure you just run the exe, but we don't have controller support. Start. Need to make a new file for this. Do I want that underscore? Yeah, I'll keep the underscore. Really go out with me on the Z4. Well, it was an odd experience to get at work. An interesting bonding exercise. To update copyright information. Or spawn. Okay. The first thing we need to do is we need to abstract it away. Player file. It looks like there's quite a few random places this occurs. Which is fascinating. There's spectator spawn. I'll leave that as is for now. I don't want to touch that. Let's see. Let me just walk through this. Yeah. So the way it works is it shoves you into a random spawn point with these names representative of the Black Ops cast. And then it falls back, which is this core idea is fine. Definitely need to sort of expand on this a bit. So we definitely need initialization function, void speed minute for spawn point. Oh, then that'll do. So how do I want this to work? How do I want this to look? Hello, square peg. So when this is ran, you need to ensure the default behavior is set up. You learn Quake C. I stared at it. It's very C-esque. You know, you build programming fundamentals, and then you're just able to read it like any other language. Not the best advice, but it's how I went about it. So, guess what should be done? We should, okay, we need to pull up a list here. Convert old class names to new. Initialize default start weapons. We need to spawn point if only one exists. I think these are the three key things that need to be done on initialization. So I think first things first is we need to define what these spawn points are. So I do like the core idea where each one is representative of a character, but I do want it to be generic. So we'll keep the order of tank, Nick, not been right. However, let's come up with a better name. Info player. Spawn one? Is that too lengthy? Need something that is good. Something that doesn't feel. The player in spawn? Maybe like that. Info player 2 spawn. Info player 3 spawn. Info player 4 spawn. I think I like the way those seem to be. Another thing that I'm realizing, maybe we should delete player start. The player start other spawns they used. Okay. Spawn init. Spawns. Yeah, spawns. Convertible. Put my ones in here. I did that order wrong. Oops. Okay. T spawn point underscore spawn point find world name info player tank spawn point dot class name is info on start. Three, four, and then what are these other ones? Tank, Nikolai, Takeo, Doctor. It's so inconsistent. Like, you'll reference these guys by iconic name. You won't say Dempsey, you won't say Richtofen. That's just a weird inconsistencies like that. Very strange. On point, it's not equal world, so it should probably be instead. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Last names. Let's see here. What comment style? I think this one's the one I've adopted. It's the standard. Names old. Spawns there. Newly associated names. Second. Okay. There's that done. Pretty simple, that one. I probably should start documenting already. On old I guess this would be better if we're here instead. You don't really need documentation. Is that really the standard? I feel like it's a little different. Let me look at a newer file. Oh, what I was missing. I try to be consistent. Class names. spawns still missing. Void spawns missing. Okay, so this right here, where we move on to step 2. These two go together, actually. I'm gonna move this to the bottom. And then these two go together. So we want to delete player start if other spawns exist. Spawn points only once. Okay. At the very end, we can delete info player start. However, how many spawns has spawn 1? Actually, we can do better than this. And then we can make a macro for this. Find spawn point 1, spawn 2, 0, 1, 3, 4, need another gap here. On third legacy 4. Okay. Start being legacy. Make sure. Aren't any more references here, right? Oh, there actually is in dummies. Start 2. Kind of annoying. Like that dummies file is. Taking a look at it, there's a lot of things. Old legacy beta stuff. Palm tree closed. I don't know what that was about. Change frame 2. Tigger mainframe. Oh, that's right. That's for the teleport mainframe in beta. Ugh, I hate thinking about that. Oops, so what I can do, spawn point, basically do the same thing above, but keep track of it. Maybe this should be a separate function actually. Float player spawns. Make that a global. Spawns. Need more beta code. Yeah, beta support needs looked at again and converted eventually. I was really close. I think what ended up being missing was just like pathfind stuff, and everything else is working. I needed to add scale elsewhere. No, there's no other reason I need this. I'll keep it in here for now. Fine. Last name. Start. World. Spawns. 1 is 1. Issue that's big. Yeah, it was almost done. Running work issues when it changed the map. No, it had trouble identifying the first waypoint for the beta form. Like the waypoint after it hopped a barricade. There, so if it doesn't identify the first point, it can't align itself to a path, which is a really weird limitation. But that was a limitation nonetheless. 2, 3. It's not right. Info player 1's. Alright, now it's spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, legacy, just the info players. Okay. So I want this to have a nice like visual. I want there to be a standard. So if I were to go, I want all spawns to follow a specific order where you have 1, 2, actually even better. You have 1, and then you have 2, 3. I'm not sure if this is what Black Ops does. I can probably check. Hold on. If we can have parity with Black Ops in terms of spawn order, I think that'd be cool. So what I want to do, another token 4 player. Okay, just give me a nice clip. Okay. What it looks like I have here. So Dempsey's front. I think. Is he gonna turn around? No, that wasn't a good example. I need to see them all. I want to look at all of them. You want to play a video? Here we go. Okay. It looks like Black Ops doesn't care. Therefore, I guess I also don't care. Because you can see here, it's weird. Because it's 1, 2 back here, and then 3, and then 4. It does like a weird X shape. I think it's just so they can around the telepad. Okay. So Black Ops doesn't care. I think this is what I want to do. As priority. This isn't going to always work. There's going to be niche cases. If you have like someone if you have a spawn in the corner as like your start, you're not going to be able to build outside of here. Basically what I'm doing here is there are various maps that won't support co-op because there's only one spawn point in the map. So we want to try and accommodate those by spawning other points manually, just based on traces. So first things first, we want to log everything that we have. We're doing. Loggers a stream. Oh, I gotta get the chat back open. Ooh. Rev is here. Hey, Rev. Let me change it. They're putting waypoints where zombies get stuck to miss the one they're supposed to land on. We're talking about beta maps. So yeah, there's lots of workarounds for that. Just when your map that you're actively making has bad waypoints, but the system needs adjusted for beta compatibility to where they can follow the beta waypoints. Whole point is make it work with what's already there. If someone has been like gone for 8 years and they were working on a map and they want to see that map, and they want to download the latest game, just drop all their shit in, it's gonna work. That's the goal. And it's very reasonable. That is a very reasonable goal. It's just something that needs engineered. So I have them all logged now. So I have my ideal order. So I guess here what we need to do is look for maps that only have info players there. Player spawns, spawn point player legacy, true, and player spawns, player 1 is false, Just do this a bunch of times. 2 is false, 3 is false, 4 is false. 2, 3, 4. Info player start. Oops. Info player 1 spawn. Maybe I should put onto these. One 1.5. Well, yeah, a very complex problem that I'm trying to solve. It's one that I underestimated so far. So this might be a multi-day project, which is fun. Always up for this. As long as I can finish it by the end of the month, which I should be able to do. 0. This spawn 1. Spawn 2. Spawn 3. Spawn 4. Now I have them all loaded. You know what, that also makes me think. Maybe I don't need these. I'll keep them there for now. So I think I do like them being referenced this way. 1 point. The legacy class player 1 spawn. Okay, so that addresses that. And then we have a scenario where if there's only an info player starting the map, it becomes a proper player 1 spawn point. Great, that's what we want. Now we need to check if there's no 2 spawn 1.2 if doesn't exist. If player spawns on 1.2 false. How do I want this to work? So it needs to be, where's my window? It needs to be to the left of 1. Means I have to fire a trace. So spawn point 2 each spawn. I don't like how long-winded these are. Like they're exhausting. Let me consolidate this. The code from the teleporter step you did a while back. Not sure what you're referring to. Spawn 1, spawn 2, spawn 2, spawn 3, spawn 3, 4, spawn 4, on legacy, legacy, yeah, that's a bit shorter. I like how these all line up. Just want this to look a little better. be a little less of a hassle with that. And like with the player spacing. No, that was a little different. Was it? Fuck, let me remember what I did there. That was a long time ago. I remember it not being good. I remember it being a little hacky. See, teleport entities. Teleport entity person. I like the B print there. I get stuck when you teleporter. I don't think I did. No, these are just spaced 20 units apart. This doesn't really check if they're in a wall or not. That array of self.origin, it's like I was talking about. Origin. Yeah, no, these just move. These don't check for walls. Where was that at? There is no wall checking in there. It's literally just like, which player ID is it? Okay, throw them in these directions. There's no checking for walls. If there's a wall there, it'll put them in a fucking wall. It just makes it so they can't, like, go into each other. No, I want a check to where if they're in a corner, I have a visual going on here. If there's a spawn point in this corner, obviously we don't want to put them out of bounds. We want to come up with other solutions. So I need something smart and elegant at the same time. I want macros for these. Ugh. Fine. On one class. Or and no worries. Or two, four, two, four. We'd say as player starts, whatever. Now it's oop. Name equals spawn to. Okay. Feeling a bit better about this. I guess I should also check. No, I feel like if you don't have um, a player spawn in your map at all, I don't think that's my problem. In fact, I can just yell out. There's no player one spawn or legacy spawn. Ash. Player spawns, spawn. Legacy spawns, and spawns, spawn. Player one, false. Error. Spawns. Missing. No spawn. Set in. There we go. Return for good measure. There we go. Now there's a message that people won't read, but it'll be there. And we'll have a I want to have a comprehensive wiki of stuff as like as documentation. So like once spawns are completely set up, completely figured out, we can have this extensive wiki page about how to use spawns, the features of spawns, what spawns will do under certain circumstances. Something for mappers that really want to learn. It'll be a nice addition. It will help a lot for anyone who wants to make like video guides. I can't fucking stand video guides. I love written documentation, but if someone wants to reference that documentation, I want to make sure that it's sound enough to where in 2 years it won't be a little bit of a tangent there. Okay, spawn 2 class. On points. Complete the old NZP wiki. Nope. I don't have access to that. I don't think anyone visits it either. If that ever was a thing, or anything on there is so dated, and there aren't any like comments or anything. There's zero activity, so that's just dead in the water. I don't think it's a problem. And the things that would be on the GitHub wiki are not the same things that would be on the now fandom. It wouldn't be the same shit that's on the fandom page. Like it's mapping / developer documentation. It's not like, oh, a dog is something that barks, like it is on the NZP wiki. Let me pull that up. Zombies portable wiki. It really is fucking stupid. I'm not sure what NZP is. Find out. What is NZP? Broken Line Studio. Like, we don't need a... What the fuck? Luis Gutierrez, age 15, location, California? Question mark? I like how there's question marks here, as if they didn't just fill that information in. Start doing ChatGPT stuff and it's ass now. Yeah, the NZP wiki was fandom. There's, all pages. Like stuff for trolls. Like Omega Zombies Madness. Stuff for the 357 Magnum. Which is leet speak. Okay. Like this it's worthless, to be honest. If you want stuff like weapon information, that's what the COD wiki's for. In a project where our main priority is parity with things like that, there's no reason to have separate entries. That was another tangent. Spawn points, spawn players 2, origin, spawn points, spawn origin, just to be temporary. Yeah, the COD wiki. Yeah, it's, there's no point. At origin, spawn player 2. That origin. Set model. I want a visual of this. I want to get this compiling so I can get a visual representation. 1.2. Models, weapons, so let's start getting this compiling so I can see the visual representation of that. First things first, we need to refactor this. Where spawn point, find world last name, info, player 1. Right, spawn point with you. Hack this together real fast. Yeah, player spawn. Okay. Then what I can do is I can add spawn points to the progs. Before my source server. Well, everything else, the other entities are after. Okay. After triggers, so we're up there. I'm gonna go into main. Main. What's the name? Starting server / starting the map. That's not what I. There's another one there, isn't it? I thought there was like a world spawn. Yeah, there's a world spawn, which is what we need. Get spawn points. Spawns in it. I probably have to add a reference. Void spawns in it. And see what errors there are. Nothing. Just compiles. Okay. And when I load warehouse, there should be a pult. Oops. No spawn point set in level. It failed. I did something wrong. I'm gonna get a snack real quick. I'll be right back. This is a very awful stream today. Okay. And a big plate. So this error fired. Why would that be? I wonder if this is too early. What does it mean for the map to be loaded? Does it mean everything else has been loaded? No, it doesn't, I don't think. Otherwise, the dog stuff would be here, wouldn't it? Because there's lots of stuff we do. I can fire a test. Testent is the word. Oops. Alright, let's see if that fires. Okay, so the entities aren't loaded yet at this stage. That means this has to be somewhere else. I could put it with pairs, or put client and server. Float spawns initialized. If no spawns initialized. I think that's the best bet, because it is player related anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Hey Dash. Okay, so we run this down, and hopefully we don't get that error thrown again. Okay, fantastic. But I don't get the cult. So, let me take a bite of this food. Okay, so it spawns. It's a good start. Get rid of class name. But its origin was its model. Maybe it's the origin. What if I error that out? Error. Concatenate string. The origin. Get a new line. Let's make sure it's not world origin. Okay, bad news. It's world origin. I'm setting up my mapping stuff on NPC. Awesome. It's weird because this fires. Hmm. But it finds it. But it's still the world. Why would that be? What if I throw this here? Let me grab the legacy origin. I wonder if it's the arrays. No. Yep. Go spawn one class. Oh, I see. 1 points on player 1 needs to become the legacy spawn. Okay. So now this should work. As expected, we should get a flying colt. We do. Awesome. So that's our player 2 spawn. Into live stream, and I pause it. Ha 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 ha. Correct. I'm gonna take another bite. Silence time. Oh, I didn't even mute myself. Oops. I'm glad the what do you call it? I don't know. The audio filter. Cut that out then. Okay. So we have our code here. Now we need to find a viable spot for it. Spawns, find viable spot. Oh, I can do vector origin. Even better, I can just do viable spawn spot. Void spawns viable spawn spot. So they start with the main air one spawn. Here start origin equals spawn points spawn air one origin. Cool, fantastic. Try moving. Oh. How much? Let's do 64. Everything 64 units. So that's the order I provided, right? Yeah. 2 and then up and then all right. Make vectors on points on layer 1 angles. Okay. Org. And then at the end, need this to be a vector. We always want to org equals start origin times or plus b right times -64. If I just do that as is, okay, for one it didn't compile, oops. Value spawn needs to be a globe. I've decided. Look at this. I have that. I build. Nope. Still issues. Value player spawn. 7. Fuck, I needed them both. Probably bad that they're both there. Oh. Okay, did that build? Oops, I didn't mean to open a terminal. Fuck's sake. And I have 2 game windows open. I'm getting distracted. It looks like this one's dead. I don't think it likes starting multiple windows. I'll kill that. We'll kill this one. Okay, we're back to building. 64 units to the left. Hey, look at that. There's a guy there. I don't like that distance though still. Maybe I'll make it 72. Yeah, I feel like that's decent. Let me actually, instead of using the cult, let me use an actual player model. That'll probably help the visualization a bit. Yeah. That'll do. Enough space for that. Okay. Then we need to make sure there's nothing in the way. Do. What I can do. Entity in range. Find radius. How does this work? How this works. Radius? Okay, so the origin and then the radius. Org, 2 units. In range is world. Org. Else org is. Nope. Don't need to do that. There was, so now try 2 units forward. Forward times 72. We consolidate this. Got a blue sky code. Got by the guy named Twitter. Interesting. I'm not a fan of blue sky, but that is awesome. Change to this world. Org. No. Right, I need to put forward in quotes. It would help if I this up properly. Yeah, this is for maps that, in the scenario that someone only has solo spawn set up, I want an infrastructure to where we accommodate that in some way. Yeah, it's decentralized, but the protocol it uses is proprietary and it's closed source, and it doesn't interact with other services like Mastodon in any way. That is an instant not a fan to me. It's you set it up as decentralized. There's absolutely nothing else using it currently, and you won't link up to the other quote unquote competitor. Uh, not a fan. So, yep. Now, backward. Move up. Something spawn. Fuck it. Pause. Spawn. Start origin. Start origin. Let's see what I fucked up. I don't think anything. Oh, there was one more. Definition 67. Oh, you were right. Thanks, QuakeSeed. You're a smart little guy. Yeah, Blue Sky is it. People who are in it are cool when it doesn't make it like unsatisfactory. Okay, so it couldn't spawn someone on my left side because there wasn't space, but there was on the right. Awesome. But I think if that was Funk wall. If that wasn't funk wall, it wouldn't have worked. Um, no, actually, that was world spawn. Huh. I expected it to be a problem that if it was world spawn, it still would have returned world. That's really fascinating. Could it be? Oh, it could be because of the barricade. Let me um move. Okay, so if I'm like right here, I think we know for sure, or maybe not. If I'm right here, what is there a way to print out my current origin? No, I have to make a QCN. I want to know if it's out of bounds or not. That's a good question. Sorry, I'm eating. Okay. So the answer is, if you can't draw a line from the predicted spot or the supposed spot to the actual starting point without anything in between the two, it's not valid. It means it's either in a different room or out of bounds, like you suggest. We perform a trace line. Okay. No, for certain. 753. Okay. So I can hack this. 753. 442165. 442165. Origin. Black. Origin. Looks like I wasn't far left enough. Let's do 475 instead. Um, I get that's technically still valid the way it is. Go even further. Let's go 490. I want to see like definitively if this is a problem. Huh. It is a problem. That's definitively inside of the brush. Take into account the size of the player. Could someone make it? I'm writing it. AC, you don't have to worry. It's in development. I'm testing it as we speak. Okay. Always returning world. So I think I don't even have to do all these fine readings. I think Maybe I should. I'm not aggravated. I didn't mean to sound aggravated. But I'm. Uh, your questions are framed in a way as if this product is like already anywhere near commit status. Um, when it's iterative, you know. Now we have it selecting points away from the player. Okay, now we need to make sure it doesn't collide with a brush. Now we need to make sure that they can trace a line to it to see if it's in balance. It's a it's a whole ordeal. Um, Kind of an annoying ordeal. Forward, right, backward. Yeah, I understand. I'm not like frustrated. I didn't mean to come off frustrated. I realized that it did. Um, but yeah, it's framing. But let's see. In our way, orb. No ends. How about can we trace? I think I'll need to draw two lines. I need to trace a line at the feet, and I'll need to trace a line at the head. Interesting. Let's see. I just remembered how to do trace lines, but I'm gonna look at. Okay. So I need to change vectors again. To do I? No, I don't need to make vectors again. What I do need to do, find a source point. Vector, trace, feet, feet. Ugh. Made that joke, in the Halo video. Trace feet equals org. Minus something, I think. Let's see. I'll just compile. Where is the cube? Oops. Oh, where'd it go? In front of me? Yeah, it's in front. Okay. Hello. The cube is at its torso, so it needs to be down. Get down 16 units. Minus 0, 0, 16. I need to perform the trace line. Source plus b right times 72 because we need to move backwards. Instead of source, it's trace feet. And instead of them, it's the first spawn point, I think. Okay. No, that's not. If that's the case, we just need to go negative again. So we take the player spawn, we move down 16 units, we fire left again. Okay. Error trace at dot class. So this will return words world spawn as right now. Assuming this compiles. It looks like it did. That's fantastic. Okay, yeah, that returns world spawn. However, if I remove this hack, do it again. It actually doesn't get that far. Oh yeah, because I have to move it. I have to reinstate the hack, but move it somewhere where I know the point is free. Okay, that's fine. 618, 618, 3. 152 episode 2 VR last night. What do you think of the VR experience? Okay, we'll spawn. Things are awesome in VR. The game is amazing in VR. Awesome. Glad you had a good time. Okay, so the problem here. So I forgot to set their normal bounding box size. They are um here is the bounding box size. This needs to be made larger. One, two, three, four. Legacy. I think I'll have to change their solid state before I can do all these trace lines again. I broke the terminal. Oops. Mod called entropy 0, entropy fancy. It's great, but just click there, just making it work in VR. Wait. It's open source. God, awesome. That is fantastic. Run. I'll have to change the solid state before this works, before this returns anything other than roll spawn. But now if I get rid of that error, and I turn on show B boxes, we should have proper bounding box sizes for these guys now. R show boxes. Oh, actually, no, we don't yet. I'm kind of dumb. I don't set it for the ones that I create. Set size. Okay. This needs to happen before anything. In fact, maybe it's better if This all comes immediately last. V-boxes, okay, now he's a player size. Listen, this still fires. Fascinating. Is to be expected? Why is it in the front? Did I do something wrong? Um, but if I bring that back. Okay, I think I know what it is. I think I'll have to spawn a test end there. I don't want to do that. I need the refactors. Void entity which, and instead of returning origin, changed it. Spawns, fine, viable spawn spot. Then I provide you to it. Left, which dot origin org set origin which dot origin to relink the entity. And then now if I provide, I'll make this return. I don't have to factor that part. Like it compiled. It still returns a world spawn. But if I get rid of the error, but it'll be left again. Yeah, he still spawns left. Excellent. So now we have that. I think the reason this is happening, do not set solid state. I can do the set solid so we can perform baselines. Solid V-box. Well, got the error back and it didn't work, so that must mean there's an error or something. Hmm. System. I don't think I need the fine radius checks when I think about it. So what good does that do in this context? If we're already providing traces. Well, I guess it would make... Wasn't. Man, this is very... there's a lot that goes on to this. Found ent. Range is false. Maybe I should extract this. Float. spawns and is in range. Load units. What I can do the is in range equals find radius. To the origin, which that origin means I need to provide width to it. In this context, just go ahead and do this. And then this. It's becoming a scratch pad, which is all right. It's a new concept. It'll start taking shape and looking a lot better the further we go. If spawns is in range. Which 72. How about if it's true? There is something in the range. No, I don't like that. If there's not something in the, no, because now it becomes nested. No, not if I use a return case. Okay, I just had to think that through for a minute. So if nothing is in the range, this is where we perform our trade. If nothing in the range, we find radius. So found something. Ends in range is not world. Ends in range is not equal which. Found something which true. Ends in range. Iterate through the chain. Makes that chain. Knowing customers for real. Turn. Okay. This will be return true if there's something in the way. So if there's not something in the way, look inside a brush. This is where the trace line comes in. Error was something. There was some warnings there that I want to clear, unless they're just undefined references. In range. Fair enough. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so it successfully traced at the feet to that spawn point. That means that this spot was clear. If traceint class name equals rich.class name. Well, equal to trace at the feet head trace feet head org 0032. Same deal here. Start at trace head for the same direction. We make sure that that still passes. Okay, so we still got, but found it at the feet and the head. This is viable. Spot is viable, and head are in the same boundary. Then we return. And there he is, because it was clear. Awesome. It's probably solid now. Yeah, I didn't revert to solids. Oopsie. Let me do that. Which that solid is solid, not. Separation which. Okay. So now if I undo this hack to put the player somewhere free, it should fail. Yeah, something in one. Okay. So that tells us that that chord is good. Okay. That is awesome. It's a little chunky. It's kind of large. That's okay. It needs to be involved because we're talking about literally spawning the player where they need to be, somewhere that's viable. But that works for me. I think this can all be abstracted. I think I can use a macro to avoid a lot of repeating code. Because otherwise it's just going to be spam of basically this all over, which we don't want. Or I could use an inline void to do the same thing. Inline void. Oh no, because it matches. I'll have to use a macro. How do I use macros in QC again? Do it somewhere here. There we go. Here's our macro. Use spawns, warm, safety. There's two things here. There's one, there's the general direction, and two, there's the units. They're units. I love macros. Macros are so cool. They're just annoying to use. Okay. This is fine. Always start with the main. Okay. So, probably start to work. I do that. Okay. Play work is spawns, perform safety check, start origin, feed right, negative safety, that's what this would look like. So everything down here would be in the macro. Only under 90 degrees in Arizona. That's exciting. I'm gonna take a bite of food. Okay. Hmm. I think I also need the point word to it. I'm trying to make this as elegant as possible. Maybe I don't need to. Okay. Maybe I do. Damn it. It's becoming a little annoying. This stuff I'm gonna have to pass to it. Raise feet. Feet head. I hate that feet. Something that's tainted this code base. I think that's the only there are. Oh no. Oh well, in this context, yeah. Carrying on. How does this start? So org is equal to start org plus dir times units. I need the password to it. Fuck. Feet. World's worst macro. Okay. Which that origin equals forward. Set origin. Which set origin. And moving. That. Anyways. No, I don't want to do that. I hope Quakesy knows too. Did you write this code? Yeah, he sure did. I've only seen one Quentin movie, and it was Django Unchained, and it was really fucking awesome. Really, really fucking awesome. I loved it. Okay. Set origin, which was set origin. If we're not in stock brush, no spawns, it is in range. which I need I think tabs is org minus 016. Oh, maybe it will. Sure. Units. Oh my god, it fits. I'll have to make the lines even longer. Perform the trace line. And there's an empty line. Maybe I should just bring this up. Give myself. Trace dot. Want that class name. Find how it is. Head. Org plus that. Head. Head. Sure. Units. Okay. The line break. Spawn is fileable, but keep in the same boundary. Solid not. Solid origin. Solid origin. Turn. That. That. I really have those. Okay, maybe I set that macro up correctly. It looks a little messy. I don't know if that's just because macros suck to deal with. You could build, probably won't. Yeah, I didn't think so. Org is not my type. What are you talking about? It's not like the comment. If I get rid of the comment, it's not fun. No. What did I do to mess up this macro? Maybe it should be a normal function. Oh my god. um, my goodness. I'm just gonna make it a normal function at this point. It'll be a little less efficient, but I think it's better than counting on quick C macros to do the job. Load bonds, safety check. entity which org start org there unit there eat dead. Just too much to pass to it. But it is a pretty involved check, but it makes sense. Okay. Clean this job. Remember the semicolon at the end of this? That's it, I'm awesome. Get rid of all these nasty backslashes. I don't remember what they were called for a second. I think I'm too tired. I do have to round this up eventually. I'm gonna get this stuff going, and then another day I'll have to focus on the rest. But we're so close to this, and I might as well keep going on that front. Turn true, and here's this build. There's lots of warnings. 180. Oh, there needs to be a vector, doesn't it? Now there's an error. That's good. 120. I'm trying to test for vector. Oh, I forgot to pass which to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parameters. 1, 2, 3, 4. My god. Okay, now just some more warnings. 0, 0, 0. I can just do 0. Okay. You fix your Steam Deck. I got it to the point where I can do this. Literally nothing else. Really? QC doesn't like that? This compiler. Every time I work, it's like, oh, I can't do this basic thing. Okay. No warnings. Something in the way. Excellent. If I bring this back, is it back on the left? Okay. Fantastic. So there's that. Now I have this whole function. Instead of duplicating a bunch of shit. Moving to the left. I want to Float units is 72 units, like that. Okay. What came after left? Was it forward? Yeah, left, forward, right, back. I can just do the forward. This needs to be negative units. Negative units. Right. Or it's right again. Positive units. Now back. Forward. Negative units. Okay. I run this again without the hack. He's in front because left didn't work. I like the way this is going so far. Now the issue arises. I spawn the other ones. Spawn point 3 if it doesn't exist. 3, 3, 3. 3 class. 3, 3, 3. This should be on the right. Actually, I want in the forward. Oh, I know why. Because it's, I reset its solid state. That's interesting. So I can't do that here. I need to set them all to, to a solid bounding box at the start. Solid B box. Really, really, really interesting how in-depth this has to be. I love engineering problems like this, or solutions to problems like this. Having this intricate system to make sure that we still support maps made, you know, in there 10 years ago at this point. Set this solid B box. Solid B box. Three solid B box. Okay, now they should be in different places. Well, it would have if it compiled. 216, I've read a semicolon. Did I? No, I didn't. However, this is incorrect. Spawn points, spawn points, spawn points, spawn points, spawn points. Okay, how about now? Nailed it. It looks like something went awry. Now I'm inside of one of them. Interesting. So what if I interesting problem. Um Why did that happen? So it didn't fire this error. However, I'm assuming if I do it after left, it will fire. Well, it would have fired regardless. I need to put it after forward. Okay, so for some reason, huh? Why did that happen? Why am I now suddenly inside of one? Why didn't its model ever get set? And why is this one no longer solid? Something's wrong. Okay, so right off the bat, I don't need this to be solid. First spawn doesn't need to be solid. And neither does the legacy. Just 2, 3, and 4 need to be solid. Wait. I'm spawning. This is an interesting issue here. So I spawned inside of a solid one, and they're both. Don't set it to solid on it. Oh, I do. Okay. So that's that issue. It shouldn't be my job, or this function's job, to set non-solid. That's right, I have an error here. That shouldn't be here. It should be down here. Bring this back. Rebuild. One in the front, one in the right. Okay. The one on the right still has, or still, I guess I didn't undo that. I don't need the relink either. This is just a return statement now. Okay, so it's a little more performant. That's cool. So I want these to be solid again. I just misunderstood the problem. Now if I spawn the last one, 1.4, if it doesn't exist. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 2, 3, and then one in the back. Okay, that is awesome. No, I always thought spawn quite a marvel. Seems like a Marvel character. I wouldn't know, actually. Okay, so let's go through the maps. Didwin House, Christmas Special work? Yeah, they're all free and Christmas Special. One's really close. Actually, he's clipping through there. Ever so slightly. That poses an interesting problem. I'm going to change the units from 72 to 64. Okay, that solves that problem. Yeah, his B box was in there, Casey. It was clipping. That equates to being stuck. Ooh, Wombai that is inactive and stop staring at it. Ooh. Okay. I mean to do that. Okay, bunker has multiple spawns is what I know. 1, 2, 3. Where's your fourth spawn, right? 4? Is this your fourth spawn? Yeah, that's your fourth spawn. That's weird. Or 5. Hmm. I understand. Um, there's a legacy and the player spawn. Move the legacy spawn. You don't want that shit. Move spawn points. Spawn player legacy. Player spawns. Spawn player legacy. Map bunker defense. No clip. R show the box. There we go. That's about right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's bunker passes. Does house pass? Ooh, see, this is a dilemma. Or does house have color spawns? 3. No, it doesn't. He's out of. Oh. House is going to be the perfect testing ground. Wow. This house is going to have to require a situation where this is going to have to be expanded to one, the traces need to make sure they go beyond the units, something of the sort, to make sure that if it's over a little bit, it doesn't pass the trace. That'll be fascinating. And then in scenarios like this where you can't do both of these ends, it should learn to try to place it here or back here, farther back. So that's fascinating. Bloodhouse spawns. Fine range has spawns. Looks like blood could not find any valid places to put it. Yeah, it'll form like a nice longer corner, Casey. Okay, Temple was able to make spawns. That's cool. We already did bunker. They can have spawns, I think. Is Beatbox is one. Yeah, there's spawns there. Looks like Watson had spawns. Down here. Loop has spawns. I hate this custom maps menu. Kino almost did a good job. It's the same issue that Christmas or that house had. Corner was not able to. I'm just going through the list. Blood has spawns. Dungeon has spawns. Boxer was able to make spawns fun. And then warehouse. Okay, so I am very much glad that there are so many awesome test cases to have. Because this means there's, with just the base maps, I should be able to make a system that's um, good enough to the point where, as a last resort, I just want to place it at the start origin. And then, like, you can no clip or whatever. Like, oops, well, that was the mapper's fault, technically. But, yeah, I'm gonna do this some other day, though. This was running longer than I wanted it to. It started to come together near the end, which I really liked. I was getting kind of afraid, like, starting the infrastructure, like, not looking quite right. And while this is a little messy, right now, it has started to come together. The concept works. So this can definitely move forward. But I'm gonna end this here. Um, good good stuff. Definitely move forward. But I'm gonna end this here. Um, good good stuff.